Welcome to a 30-minute flow to get you moving and going quickly. Take a moment to just check in with your body and your headspace and your breath and notice where you are and notice that you're probably in between places. So maybe in between, joy and sadness or fatigue and energy. And try to feel comfortable in that liminal space in between, right? Knowing that, you can be inside of your self and still feel any number of ways at any given time. So go ahead and close your eyes and start to deepen your breath and just feel the ground underneath you. So with all of that fluctuation and all of the shifting, just feeling the ground, feeling your support, and moving with a little more grace and intention with every breath. Use your inhales to sit a little bit taller, lengthen your spine, reach up and out through the crown of the head. And exhales to settle, soften the front ribs into the back of the body. Feel a little bit heavier through the sitting bones. Two more breaths here, inhaling. Exhale completely. Last round, right here in your seat, inhaling. And exhale. And with an inhale, you're gonna open the eyes and we'll just take a few spinal circles. So inhale, circle the chest forward and really try to extend the spine, take the shoulders back, and exhale, round it in. And so breathing in to the back, the spine, but also the hips. Good, next breath, take it the other way. Without overthinking it, just continue to move. Good, and then let those circles get smaller and smaller until you're sitting upright. Good, and then inhale, sweep the arms overhead, and let's tip it over to the right. Just planting that right hand. Slide the left arm, make sure that it's long, but you also want to slide it onto the shoulder, onto the back. And have another breath in, and then exhale, you're gonna fold down through center. Just folding over the legs, breathing into the hips. Use the hands to ground down through the sitting bones a little bit more. Good, and then inhale, walk yourself back up through center, sweep the arms high again. Exhale over to the second side. Again, long right arm, but slide that arm back into the shoulder. Feel the shoulder blades slide down the back and really meet. One more inhale, and then exhale again, fold it back through center. Good, inhale, roll it up. Then we'll move with the breath. So exhale, tip to the right, and then walk yourself through center, and then over to the left. So extending that right arm alongside the ear. And then we'll do that a few times. So you can take a slow walk, or maybe it's one kind of quick movement, but that's really up to you. See what the low back will allow for at this point. Good. Once more to each side. Good, and then exhale, walk it through center, and then walk yourself up and temp the fingertips behind your hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and open up across the chest. Good, and then exhale, release, shake out your legs. And we'll come into altar pose. So plant the feet out in front of you, hip width apart, hands behind the hips. The fingertips are pointing toward the body. Slide the shoulder blades down the back, press into all four corners of your feet, and then inhale, start to float the hips off the mat. And you can keep looking forward. You can also gaze up. Again, that's just optional, but do feel the outer hips kind of hugging into your midline. So you feel an engagement through the inner thighs and the glutes. So everything's working. Take another breath in. Exhale. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly lower. And then you're gonna press yourself forward onto all fours. Just continue to move. Wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Spread the fingers wide and start to move through cat-cow. So inhale, lengthen through the side body, lift the heart, lift the tail, and exhale, press the ground away and around. Good. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhaling, rounding. Just keep moving like that. And you might start to open this up so the hips and the head can rock side to side. You might press back towards a child's pose. Just trying to open up and lubricate the spine a little bit more. Good. Then find neutral, find your center. Then inhale, sweep the right arm high. So you're gonna take a big open twist, reaching right arm into the sky. Then exhale, thread the needle, slide the right arm behind the left, bringing that right shoulder to the mat. And you can tuck the chin into the chest a little bit. Just breathing into the shoulders. If it feels okay, maybe step the left foot out to the left side of the room. You might even extend the arm up to the sky, or maybe place that hand as you inwardly rotate, place the back of the hand to the low back or the hip crease. Good, and then exhale, release, bring it all back to center. And then we'll come over to the second side, inhaling, left arm high. And then exhale, thread the needle, slip that left arm behind the right, tuck the chin into the chest a bit. And rolling the right ribs up to the sky, maybe step the right foot out to the right side of the room, or extend the right arm. If it feels okay, you're gonna inwardly rotate that left hand or right hand to spin the thumb in and place the back of the hand to the low back, or maybe fingertips to the hip crease. Good, and then exhale, release. Use your hands for support, bring it back to center. Good, wrists beneath the shoulders. Take a breath in, lift the heart, tuck the toes, and exhale, bring it back, downward facing dog. So first down dog, you can move around, maybe pedal through the feet or bend the knees. You take a little bounce in the hips, but make sure that your feet are at least hip width apart. If the hamstrings feel tight, take the feet even wider. Hands are a little bit wider than your shoulders. Slide the arm bones back into the shoulder socket and wrap the elbows and your upper arms, otherwise known as your triceps, down toward the mat. So you're finding an outward rotation in the upper arm. So breathe here. Nod the head yes, shake it no. Good, and with an inhale, you're gonna lift the heels and roll to the tops of your feet. So bring the tops of the feet to the mat and start to lower the knees about halfway down. So the knees are hovering above the ground. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. So just connecting with the belly, create a little heat in the belly. And in the arms, take a breath in. Good, and then exhale, lower the knees and then drop the hips toward the heels for child's pose. Inhale, gazing forward in between the hands. Let's slide out onto our bellies. Good, low cobra. So drag the chest forward, lengthen the side body, lift the chest. Good, and then exhale, lower the forehead and bring it to all fours. And then exhale it back, down dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift the heels, roll to the tops of the feet. Exhale, lower the knees halfway. Inhaling, exhale, lower the knees, lower the hips, child's pose. Inhale, look forward. Let's slide onto our bellies. Hug the elbows toward the ribs. Inhale, lifting cobra. Exhale, scoop it back, all fours. Inhale, lift the heart, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift the heels, look forward. Exhale, feet to the hands, walk it or hop it up, coming up to Uttanasana. So feet are hip width apart. Maybe you bring the feet together if you have that kind of space in the hamstrings. Take a breath in, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, forward fold. Nod the head, yes, shake it, no.
If you want to take hold of opposite elbows, you can do that. Maybe even interlace your fingers behind your back. If you're doing that, just make sure you squeeze the shoulder blades together and then bring the shoulders away from the ears. Have a breath in. And exhale, release your hands down to the ground. Bend your knees and slowly roll yourself up to stand. So take your time. You want to really feel the vertebrae stacking up. And even feel those sticky parts of the spine. And then inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good, and then with an inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, forward fold into your legs. You can bend the knees if you want, but keep the spine nice and long. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Step the left foot back behind you. Find a lunge. Good, have another inhale here, and exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, plank. And we're gonna move through a vinyasa, so you can lower knees, chest, and chin, or one piece. Inhaling, cobra, maybe lift a bit higher. And then exhale, hug the navel back toward the spine, float the hips high, and then send it back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, and then exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. If the ankle didn't make it below the knee, just keep stepping it forward. You might even grab blocks here and place them under the hands. Have a breath in here. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. And with an inhale, let's bring it back all the way up to crescent rather. So for the first time, lift up through low belly and the back ribs. Bend your left knee if you feel like you need to still make a little more space for this. Inhaling. Exhale, release your hands, and then step your left foot in about a foot. Spin the heel down for Parsvattanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Hips are square here. Draw the right hip back in space. Exhaling. And then inhale, let's look forward. And then just step it up, Uttanasana. Left foot meets the right. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling, folding. All the way up to stand. And exhale, hands to the heart. Second side, inhaling, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen your spine. Right foot moves back. Exhaling. Have a breath in here, and then exhale, step back, down dog. Inhaling, plank, and moving through your vinyasa, lower all the way or halfway, or knees, chest, and chin, whatever you need. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Scoop the belly, soften the shoulders. Exhale, down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot shifts forward. Keep stepping if the ankle is not below the knee. You want the ankle below the knee. Hug the left hip back in space, breath in. Exhale, empty out, and then inhale, start to roll yourself all the way up for crescent. Good, feel the outer hips hugging into your midline. Good, have a breath in. And then exhale, release your hands. Step your right foot in about a foot and spin the heel down, toes out. Inhale, lengthen your spine, bring that left hip back in space. And exhale, forward fold. Big, big breath. Good, and then inhale, look forward, soften your left knee, and bring that right foot in to meet the left. Come on out halfway, and then exhale. Keep all of that length as you fold back into your legs. Inhale, bring it up to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. So again, like that, inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen your spine, step your left foot back behind you, and then right foot follows, plank, inhaling here, and then exhale, lower through your vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, back down dog. This time you can inhale your right leg into the sky. Try to keep that right leg nice and strong. Breath in. Exhale, pull it in, knee to nose. Inhaling, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhaling. Exhale, step it up, and let's bring it all the way up to crescent again. Breath in. Exhale. And one more inhale. And then exhale, Hands come down to the mat. Walk yourself in to standing splits. So left leg is going to float. Press the right hip and thigh back in space. Good. You might even bring your right thumb to the hip crease to send that hip and thigh back. Get stronger through the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Uttanasana, so the left foot meets the right. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold. All the way up. As you inhale, exhale back to the heart. One more time. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen your spine. Right foot shifts back, lunging. Left foot follows. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhaling through upward facing or cobra. Exhale, scoop the belly. Move slowly to feel that connection to belly as you come back to down dog. Inhaling, left leg high. You try to spiral that left knee, inner left knee up toward the sky. And then exhale, bring it forward, knee to nose. Inhaling, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Scoop the belly, step the foot up, and then bring it up to crescent. Good. Inhale, exhale, walk it into standing split. So hands to the ground or even grab a block. Right leg floats. So for a moment, imagine the right thigh bone is attached to the belly button. So really get strong through the belly, hug the navel into the spine, and see if you can lift that inner right thigh up a little bit higher. And then exhale, Uttanasana, bend the knees, and fold into the legs. Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold. All the way up to stand. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. With your next exhale, release your arms to your sides. Open up your feet hip width apart. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Good. Just take a moment. You can lift the chest, inhale. And then exhale, bend your knees and start to fold into the legs. So there's a bend in the knees, chest kind of lays out over the thighs. And then as much as you can, straighten through the legs. They might not straighten all the way. Good. Exhale, bend your knees. Keep the interlacing for a moment. Start to lower the hands to the low back. And then free the hands, Utkatasana. So bend the knees, arms reach high. Good. Have another breath in. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, let's come back so you can step back to plank and take it through your vinyasa. Inhaling. And exhale. Again, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step the foot forward. Bring it up to crescent. We'll add on. Exhale, lower the hands, standing splits. So left leg floats. Take a breath and get long through that left leg. Bend through both knees so left ankle meets the right. Good. And then inhale, expand. Exhale, bend the knees. And then step your left foot back into a lunge, set up warrior one. So spin your left heel down and inhale, both arms high. Good. Plug the right thigh bone back into the hip. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, bring it out to warrior two. Good. Try to outwardly rotate the right hip. So you want to feel that outward rotation so the knee tracks over second and third toe. Good. With an inhale, peaceful warrior. Breath in. Exhale, back to warrior two. Lengthen your right leg. And then start to reach into Trikonasana. So press into the left heel. Reach the right arm long for as long as you possibly can. And then place that hand to the shin, the ankle, or the ground. So there's a little bend in my right knee because I have an ankle thing right now, but you can straighten your leg fully if you're able. Direct your tailbone toward the left heel. And then inhale, side angle, bring your right elbow to right thigh, and left arm reaches alongside the ear. And if you have the space, you can lower the hand down to the ground, or a block. Good. With the big inhale, bring yourself up, peaceful warrior. And exhale, cartwheel it down to the mat. Step back to plank, vinyasa, or down dog. So you might lower, but maybe you take a breath in between sides. Inhaling, left leg high. Exhale, stepping it forward. Come on up to crescent. Inhale. Exhale, walk it out for standing splits. Breath in to lift. Exhale, bend at the knees, empty out. Inhale to extend. Exhale again, bend the knees, and then step your right foot back into a lunge. Spin that heel down, come on up, warrior one. Good, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. Try to soften the right hip and the right rib cage toward the front of the room. Breath in, exhaling, warrior two. Good, press into the outer edge of your right foot. Keep filling up with breath. Good, peaceful warrior. Open up the palms, reach up and back. And then exhale back to warrior two. Breath in, lengthen your left leg. Get long through both sides of your waist and then reach that left arm forward. And then find a place for it to rest. And directing your tailbone towards your right heel. Feel that anchor of the right heel, which then anchors the right hip. And then you can start to spiral the right side of the rib cage up toward the sky. Good. With an inhale, side angle, bend your left knee. Either place the forearm to the thigh or hand down to the ground or block. Get fuller with the breath. Good. Inhaling, peaceful warrior, floating up. And then exhale, cartwheel it down. Step back to plank, vinyasa, or down dog. Scoop the belly. Good. Inhaling out to plank. One more time. And then exhale, lower the forearms to the ground. So you're coming into dolphin plank. You can interlace the fingers for more support if you'd like. Try not to lift the hips up here. Feel them in line with the heels and just connect to the belly. Take 3 more breaths. Inhaling and exhale. Inhaling 2. Exhale. Inhaling 3. Exhale. Good. And then walk it into dolphin. So walk the feet in, hips are high. And then maybe bring it to down dog. You take it one hand at a time. And release your knees to the ground for child's pose. And feeling the 2 extremes of a fairly intense place with that dolphin plank and now here in child's pose, and allow yourself to breathe in between those 2 places. And when you're ready, you're going to look forward and we'll come out onto our belly. Let's take a little shoulder opener. So once you're on your belly, extend your arms wide, a big T right alongside or right directly out of the shoulders. Keep the left arm long. Walk your right hand in so that it's underneath the right shoulder, pretty close. And then pressing to the right hand, roll on to the left side of the body. Relax the head down. Good. If you feel like you have some more space, you can bend your right knee and step that foot behind the left thigh. Tuck the chin into the chest a bit so you don't overdo it in the neck. Good. And then release, come back through center. Over to second side, extend the right arm right out of the shoulder. Walk the left hand in, pressing into that hand. Roll onto the right side of the body. If you have the space, you can step the left foot behind you and tuck the chin into the chest a bit. And release. Use that left hand for support. Good. Have a moment, make a pillow with the hands. Good. And then you're going to extend one arm up to the top of the mat. Just roll on to your back. And find a place to settle. Hug the knees into the chest. And then circle them one way and then the other. Good. And let's come into a hip opener. So place your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Right arm threads through the two legs. Interlace your fingers at the back of the left thigh. And you're hugging the left knee in as you gently send that right thigh away with the right arm. Make sure you're not lifting the left hip up toward the shoulder, so drop that left hip down even as you invite the left knee in. 2 more breaths. Last breath, inhale. And exhale. Good, shake it out. And then we'll come to the second side, left ankle on top of right thigh. Flex your left foot. Good, slide the left arm through the two legs and interlace at the back of the right thigh. Again, make sure the right hip isn't pulling up toward the shoulder, so feel the right hip move down away from the shoulder, but then invite the left thigh and the left knee a little bit closer to the chest, just as much as you can. And keep flexing through the left foot. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhaling. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Release. Shake it out. And roll over to one side. Coming up to your seat. We'll just take 1 forward fold to set ourselves up for rest, for Savasana. So pull flesh away from the sitting bones. If you feel tight in your lower back or in the hamstrings, prop your hips up on a blanket or anything, a towel, anything you might have around. Flex your feet, inhale to lengthen spine, and then exhale. Keep the length in your lower back and move slowly into this fold. So there'll come a place where you find that you want to start rounding. Before you get there, then release your hands. So you don't want that rounding in the spine, the low back. The upper back will round a bit, but try to keep the length in your lower spine. And just a couple of breaths here to create some stillness. And then when you're ready, inhale, roll it up. And take a moment to sit tall. And then release yourself down to the ground for Savasana. This is Savasana, translates to corpse pose. So do take a moment from all the noise, right? Maybe literal noise around you, but just the noise of the day, of the moment, this moment in time, and step away from it. Step away from the body. Let the body become heavy. Soften the jaw. Allow the fingertips to curl toward the hands, just a bit. So no gripping. Start to deepen your breath. And as you do, wiggle through the fingers and toes. And ankles and wrists. Maybe stretch the arms long overhead. And bend your knees, and when you're ready, hug them into the chest. And arms kind of lower down in line with the shoulders. And take a little twist, a supine twist, to stack the knees over to the left, little gaze toward the right hand, although the eyes can still be closed. Good, and then roll it through center, just moving really gently. And exhale over to the right. Gentle gaze toward the left hand. Good, and then bring it back through center. And when you're ready, just roll over to one side and bring yourself up to your seat. And pull flesh away from the sitting bones. And you can prop your hips up on a blanket if you need a little more length. Take a moment to observe yourself, where you sit, where you stand. Right, and all the nuance of ourselves at any given moment. Good, and be willing to sit with that. And bring the hands together at the heart, bowing the head in to ourselves and to each other. Thank you.